Hello and welcome to a game for the NTL Pro League. That's where we're at right now, and we are gonna see a best out of one. Unfortunately for us, I guess, but these teams, well, they've deserved the best out of one because this is actually the losers bracket. Here you see the brackets for overall. If you want to check these brackets out for yourself, you go to ghostofgamers.net where you can find them. But as you can see, Orange taking off first departure. We just saw already SheeverGaming first invasion. I won't spoil, the VODs will be up on my YouTube later today. If you're wondering when the winners bracket finals between MUFC and the team that I can't really read, when they are gonna be there, you can watch on Sunday. Sunday, 1 PM is when the winners bracket finals are gonna be there. But MUFC, they are actually the team that have that have dropped Orange here. That's why Orange are here. The never-ending Malaysian two giants fighting each other. Sometimes one wins, sometimes the other wins. This time it was MUFC that was victorious, so Orange get themselves dropped down and find themselves up against first departure to sit in the best out of one to still be able to stay alive during this bracket. And before we jump ourselves completely into the bracket, into the draft I should say, you can go to raidcall.com, download Raidcall, register, which is very simple by the way. I don't think you even have to click on a activation email, just register. You type in the search bar 2013, so 2013, and then you join a room, and what you can do then, well, you can win free stuff, because during this game there will be giveaways for mice, headsets, and mouse pads. It already happened during the previous game as well. Sit yourself in that Raidcall room 2013 and you have a chance to win free goods. And you know, who doesn't want to win free stuff, right? And if you don't want to win it, you should still sit there, and then if you win, send it to me. Yeah, good. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at what these two teams have got in store for us, as Orange has picked themselves up a Magnus. Now, Magnus is one of those heroes that even if you are behind at the end of the game. Now, I said that previous game as well, turned out not to be completely true, but even if you're behind, the whole idea is that with one good RP, a fight can be brought back to balance or even back into your favor again. So you always, like, it's that one glimmer of hope that's always gonna be there. So that's a good one in best out of ones. Regardless, we got ourselves a Bed Rider banned out. Lone Druid once again seeing, we're not gonna see the light of day, same thing going for the Nyx, well, Nikes rather, Lifestealer, and the Shadow Demon getting banned out as well, and therefore the Rubik making it through, just like the Nyx Assassin. We see again a Leshrac being picked up with the Nyx Assassin. We're going to be seeing then Leshrac as a support. Nyx Assassin can be played both as support, both as mid laner, as we saw in the previous game, and Magnus off lane, mid lane can all be that. So very open lineup for Orange. It could go in very different directions there, as we see a Tinker picked up for first departure. And this time, unlike previous time, not in the first three picks we see nor Keeper of Light nor Phantom Lancer. So people rejoiced. I know that a lot of you people didn't want to see that again. So you're not gonna have to, at least not for now. Of course, the chance is for both teams still to pick it up, and they still have the space for it also. Darkseer is probably gonna be going on the offlane, but in theory could be going into the jungle as well. Tinker probably mid, but could be going on the offlane slash Ancients as well as a safe solo lane. Really depends on what first departure is gonna do, because also first departure has got a really open lineup right now. Now they do lock themselves down a bit more than Orange, I'd say, with the Rubik as support for probably for sure. I know I am contradicting myself, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna see Orange, they ban out the Keeper of Light first, but we're also gonna see them banning out probably some carries, because that's still something that first departure need, as first departure as well bans out carries, with the Juggernaut now being the first one to go. Of course, one thing that we have to note is that Orange has got the first pick, so if they ban out too many carries themselves, they risk first departure still banning out the carries that they want to pick up with their last ban. So they kind of have to be careful for that. We see them banning out a Morphling, something that, well, I haven't really seen that often, but it has been played again. I've seen it a couple of times. Like, of course, the last time I casted Asian Dota was not last Sunday, but the Sunday before that, and there was actually a Morphling in that. And it was I think it was actually a winning Morphling, a winning carry Morphling, but we're gonna see more carries banned out, with the typical hard carries getting banned out. Faceless Void as well as the Anti-Mage And with the Keeper of Light already out of the pool, we might not even see a Phantom Lancer pickup, but he is still in the pool. Really depends on what they want to be doing with it, as we just saw an Alchemist carry. You might see that one here as well. As we actually, both Puck and Queen of Pain still in the pool. 2 heroes that we see so incredibly often in Western Dota lately. Of course, Puck was also in the previous game, though he wasn't really making as big of an impact as he could have, or as you would expect from a Puck. But they are both still in the pool now. The chance for both to pick them up is not that big. As I said, they already have got, both of the teams have got a mid-hero potentially, so it might not be the best pickups there. I just wanted to point out that they're still in the pool, and they're just actually not giving any attention right here. As we have an OD as the last ban out. Luna being the carry for Orange. They had to pick it up as their first pickup after the banning phase, just to make sure that First Departure did not pick it up instead. And we're going to be seeing what First Departure is going to be picking up next. I mean, they have still got the chance to pick up a jungler hero. I mean, the Chen Enchantress, etc. is still in the pool. They can still pick up another support to go together with that Rubik, maybe roaming around a bit. Combinations that work well with that are, of course, heroes that have a follow-up stun, like Alina indeed. I was going to say also Jakiro, but Alina is a hero of choice. And we're going to be seeing the last pickup from Orange. Now, they kind of still haven't given away what's going to be their mid laner, but with their last pickup, they're going to be getting it. Now, if the Nyx Assassin is going to be mid, we might still see something with a solid stun to have for the to have a setup stun for Leshrac. To go for a trial lane, they still have space for themselves. If they want to go for a jungle hero, they too can pick that up. As First Departure kind of closed the door on that right now. We still have Nature's Prophet in the pool. That could be helping out here if you want to go for the Magnus mid and then an offlaner Nature's Prophet. Clockwork is, you know, there's so many heroes still in the pool that I'm actually not even going to be trying to mention them all, because they have got like free range. And I mean, I like that in the team. If they're going to be having a lineup that is so open that, I mean, I know I'm not a professional player, so maybe First Departure totally knows what Orange is going to do already, but I like that people, you know, or that teams keep their options open until the very end. It gives them extra versatility and gives their opponents more doubt about what to pick. Forces them to cover all bases, while sometimes if you already give away what you want to do, you have to basically, you know exactly what you have to counter, while right now, First Departure don't really need it. I mean, they have a Tinker there. Counter push of Orange is not that great, though. They do, of course, have Lightning and Shockwave is not too bad, and Luna has got a bit of pushing power on her own with her Lunar Blessing, of course. But they actually go for a Visage, so this will mean a Nyx mid and then Visage with the Leshrac. Now, I like a Visage, but I like a Visage when he's on an aggressive tri lane. I'm kind of hoping that's going to be the case here for the Visage, because well, actually I've seen the Visage solo mid once. It was very enjoyable to watch, so secretly I hope that, but I'm not going to be thinking about that, because I mean, gonna get disappointed probably.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, Visage is one of those heroes that can have a brilliant presence at the early game. His nukes with the Soul Assumption are just amazingly powerful. And then the Gravesteel, you can't run away from that. And I'm therefore in the aggressive tri lane, in my opinion, he has the most value. So I'm kind of hoping that they are going to be doing that, or they are expecting an aggressive tri lane from First Departure. We're going to still see a Queen of Pain pickup, and this kind of makes me think like I can't really see the names of First Departure. As you can see, they don't use their own names, but well, some don't anyway. I'm kind of thinking Queen of Pain or Tinker, either solo safe lane or solo mid, basically one of those two. And then have Darkseer with the Lina and the Rubik on the hard tri lane. But we're gonna be seeing how this is gonna go. We're gonna be seeing it. Let's jump ourselves over to the dire side first, where we see Orange preparing for battle. We have got ourselves Ohio playing the Magnus. We've got X playing the Visage. It will be Mushi on his Luna, with KYX playing the Leshrac, and then Net, last one but not least, on the Nyx Assassin. Everybody going towards the bottom lane from both teams. It's where the party is at. Let's see who is going to get first blood, if they're actually going to be looking for battle. Looks like Orange is looking for battle, already hiding themselves behind some trees. And they send net first. He has an impale. He's looking for a target. Gonna be finding scripted. One impale is all it takes. Is he gonna reaching it? Yes, he is. Need follow-up. Telekinesis is gonna be there from City of Love. There's gonna be a light strike array. Doesn't hit anything though. And Orange is actually on his way out right now. Missed the element of surprise. Missed the kill. Darkseer has actually picked up Iron Shell because he thought that level 1 engagement was gonna be going on a lot longer because Iron Shell is just super powerful in that sense. But is now not gonna have a surge, which is something that is pretty nice for Orange to know. But no first blood. No first blood. Telekinesis stopping anything. And the light strike array, I mean, it missed. But the fact that it was right there, it actually forced Orange all back. And it kind of disrupted the entire engagement for Orange. So, a good job for Lobby, who is actually the only one that has actually his gaming tag on. Yay, go Lobby. He's going to be playing the Lina for first departure. We've got Queen of Pain being played by Patamon. He is going to be on the bottom lane solo by the looks of it. Maybe he's going to be held by both the Rubik and the Lina. Rubik being played by City of Love. And there is indeed going to be an aggressive trial. And Nyx Assassin on the aggressive trial. Luna solo mid. We actually have seen, or Luna solo top. We actually have seen this from Mushi before. And it works out brilliantly if you know that you're up against just a solo hero. Now it is up against a Darkseer, and it's kind of tough because Darkseer is able to harass Mushi quite a lot. He has only got 6 tangos. I say only even though it's already double tangos. But it's still not as much as you would want if you're going to be harassed by Iron Shells. But it all depends on what that Darkseer is going to do. Is he going to be tower skipping those creeps? Or is he going to be just trying to give Mushi as hard of a time as he can with those Iron Shells? Mushi, who's a Darkseer, is being played by Scripted. And then in the mid lane we have of course the last one. It is the Chin playing the Tinker up against the Magnus. But we're going to be sitting mostly on the bottom lane because this is where an aggressive trial lane is being housed. And aggressive trial lanes always are, well, I know, here comes the logic. Aggressive, yeah, okay. Not always though, but the thing is, they kind of have to make it worth it by getting themselves a couple kills, or at least making stopping Queen of Pain from farming. So far, Queen of Pain has actually got 4 last hits, which is already more than KYXby has, who is the one that's farming here on the bottom lane. Actually, Extinct also has got some last hits already, but it is KYXby that's trying to get a bit of the farm here. But yeah, I have to say though, like if you want to initiate on these, like you have got no skills yet on Queen of Pain because she wants to have her blink just in case. So we're gonna assume she's gonna have blink if you engage her, so she's gonna be able to get herself away. We've got a telekinesis to stop you from going in, a light strike array, and the counter initiation is there. So if they go on this lane, they have a very high tendency to die actually themselves, and that's not really ideal, as we have got, of course, we have an Impale on a Split Earth, and we got a high nuke damage from the Visage, but if it's gonna be enough to counter the counter initiation from the first departure, actually that might be a mistake that they just made. They're gonna be having a Split Earth on the Rubik, and that's gonna be the first blood, and that is only because they just burned down their own disables. The telekinesis and a light strike array on cooldown. And knowing that, Orange could just go in there and have a very easy pickup there. Might even try to go for the Queen of Pain now that the telekinesis isn't there, but the Split Earth was slightly too late. Of course, that level 1 Impale's actually a bit too short duration to get a good Split Earth up, actually to get a guaranteed one. So, and then you have a blinking hero. It's not really that ideal, but slightly too late for KYXby. But still forcing Queen of Pain back. Forcing her to spec her blink. She did pick up her Scream now as well. And first blood already in the hands of Orange, so Orange already going the way of them on this bottom lane, which is of course what you would expect. Now the thing is about having an aggressive trial lane like this, and I mean with like this, I mean having a Luna, the actual carry, free farming top, is that you don't necessarily have to be that successful yourself as long as you shut down the carry that's on the bottom lane, shut down the Queen of Pain in this case. And I think so far so good. Queen of Pain still getting some last hits, probably a bit more than she should be getting. KYXby keeping up in terms of last hits, but as long as they're not losing their lane, and Mushi is actually doing good in the top lane, which he is, because if you look at the last hits in the night, he's on top of the charts of all things. They are allowed to not really win their lane. That's basically what I'm saying. In the meantime, in the mid lane, we have got Ohio sitting on 13-5. Gonna be scouring down to get the rune. It gets it as well. Pops it instantly. Gonna be finding himself a Tinker. lands a shockwave to harass him away, but he has got those bottle charges of which he already used all of them right now. Well, that's a bit hasty, but oh well. Maybe able to do something, harassing the Tinker away. Tinker on 17 to 4. So slightly in favor of the Tinker, but that is to be expected. The only reason Ohio is sitting here, he wants to get level 6. When he is level 6, he's going to try to get a kill. Be that on the Tinker, be that on the bottom lane. As the bottom lane goes on the Rubik again, gets themselves a kill. Impale, Split Earth, Nuke. Is all that it takes, all that you need. Telekinesis was on cooldown. Light Strike Array was not even used because Alina was actually a bit too far back to do anything about that. And they're gonna go again, looking for that Impale. Are they gonna be going for the Lina or for the Queen of Pain? Maybe forcing the Queen of Pain to blink. Doesn't happen. We do have now the Magnus getting the kill on the Tinker. Not even having to use his RP for that one. Just gets himself a solo kill. Really nicely done. Of course he loses a bit of HP and mana for that, but that's still worth it. Another Impale, Splitter, Light Strike Array going through, or Light Strike going through, Lightning, Light Strike Array. Lina did land a Light Strike Array, but didn't do anything in the salvo. Make sure that Queen of Pain is back up to full HP in no time. But Orange, they're keeping the pressure on, forcing everybody back. Having Queen of Pain still farming though, which is something that they're probably not too happy about, but now actually KYXY is pulling slightly ahead. In the meantime, of course, the Darkseer is getting some okay farm as well. I say okay because it's not really great. He's not tower skipping because, like, you know, the thing is, if you tower skip, you get all the last hits, so that's you know, amazing. But you don't really have the chance to really stop your opponent from farming that much. So he basically tries to make Mushi's life as difficult as possible rather than getting as much farm as possible for himself. Pretty noble so far. Not really working out too good because I think Mushi is having a blast right there on that top lane.
Dire's middle tower.
In the meantime, Magnus is level 6 as we saw. Doesn't have mana yet to do anything though. He's gonna be having his bottle back. He's gonna be having enough gold to pick up his mana boost, which he probably is gonna be doing soon, as he is actually gonna be getting the DD rune and might be rotating with that. Nope, he's not. Oh, that's a shame. But he might try to rotate it and gets his mana boots first. Okay. Rotate now? Rotate? No? Okay, no. Because I want to see him use his RP. Because basically that is what he's there for. Wanting to get an RP. Probably on the Tinker though. I mean, Tinker is one of those heroes that if you can shut him down. If you can shut him down before he gets his boots of travel, like delay those boots of travel, it's all worth it. But when he gets his boots of travel up, it's a lot more difficult to shut him down. Especially if you look at Orange lineup. Now they do have a bit of mobility. Mostly though in the form of a Nyx Assassin, who by himself might be able to burst down a Tinker if he is farmed enough, which in this case is not going to be happening anytime soon. But if the Tinker is delayed long enough, then it might be possible for him to get that. In the meantime, again, a 3 versus 3 on the bottom lane. Queen of Pain getting level 4 with KYX by level 4 as well. Almost level 5 though, with him being a bit ahead of the Queen of Pain. 24 for 0. Up on 1 and 30 for 3 up on KYXY. So it is still very even, but those kills of course that happened on this bottom lane make a bit of a difference, and not that big though. Just enough difference for Orange to still warrant that they're still here, even though they're not getting the shutdown on Queen of Pain that good. And they just want to make sure they're not going to get dove, because that's going to be something that they're going to have to watch out for. If the push is going to be too strong, Orange can definitely dive and take themselves a kill. So that is something that that they have to be careful about. And the word already actually goes down. They're preparing for something, as we do have Tinker going down here. RP being used for that. The TP comes in for City of Love, looking for a kill. It's gonna not be able to do anything more than just that though. And it's gonna be Ohio that gets himself out of there safe. And now that they know that the Rubik is gone, they can dive this. They're looking for Lobby. There goes the Grave Chill already, slowing him down. The Impale will follow up. Nice by Carapace. Hits upon Lobby, and that is gonna be Lina going down. Extinct picking up the kill. And Queen of Pain just trying to make the best of it and getting some last hits before she backs off into the jungle. Gets followed by a creep though. You're not really inconspicuous in that way. But looks like they still want to try it again. Net already hiding out. They're looking for the push. Lightning already went through to push the creep wave out, and they're going to be going for the Queen of Pain. She has, of course, got the blink, so she can blink herself into safety. And she is actually not going to do that. There she goes, though. Still going to be blinking forward. The good thing to do, knowing that someone might be hiding out in their own jungle. Split Earth being looked for KYXY. In the meantime, Darkseer goes down to Mushi. Split Earth hits. Queen of Pain down. KYXY with the kill. And Mushi getting the kill on the top lane. Whoops, that was awkward. Using her Eclipse for that. I mean, it's the same type of hero, I guess, in a way, for just like Ohio with his RP. If you get your ulti, you want to use it to get yourself a kill, and successful results in the case of Orange on both accounts. Well, first departure, I mean, they have got themselves a lineup that can definitely do stuff, but in case of the Tinker, he needs to get his boots of travel. In case of the Queen of Pain, he needs... normally, Queen of Pain is solo mid. And why, you ask? Well, I shall tell you, because she needs her levels, and then can make a big difference on the map. Now, she's not really getting a level, she's getting okay-ish farm, but her levels are really lacking, and she can't therefore make a big difference on the map yet. And until she has that, those levels, she can't really do anything just yet. So first departure don't really have that killing potential that Orange has, and just have to wait and hold on long enough without giving away too much, and that is basically their goal so far. I mean, it is impossible to say when it's going to be too much. It also all depends on Orange and how they make their decisions later on, and how they are going to be running their heroes later on. But for now, I would say, well, Orange definitely not doing too bad. Definitely not too bad at all. They're going 4k in favor without even taking one tower. Now they're taking one, but I mean, that 4k gold was even without the tower. Experience graph shows the same thing. 5k, 7 kills in difference, of course. And first departure looking to be heavily on the back foot here, but it all depends on when that Tinker gets those boots of travel, like I said, when the Queen of Pain gets her stuff together. And I mean, they do have killing potential, don't get me wrong. I mean, the Lina and the Rubik are definitely strong heroes as well, but they need to be level 6. RP actually used, Skewer down, it's gonna be 1 down, 2 down. There's gonna be Rubik going down, as well as a Darcy and Lobby running for his life right now. The TP's in came just in time. That was the second RP used by Ohio. Gets himself 2 kills on the board with that one. So as I said, I mean, they just don't have the fighting potential, and they shouldn't try. I'm kind of surprised that they actually did try to go for Mushi while there were some people missing on the map. And of course, I mean, it's fine to try and kill off your enemy carry when he's by himself, but if you're doing that next to a tier 1 tower, you gotta be realizing those TPs are incoming. And those TPs are gonna be helping out their carry. I mean, it's only natural to defend your carry, so that is gonna be slightly misplay by departure. As well, Rubik makes a big difference when he's level 6 because he can steal RP perhaps. Luna makes a bigger difference when she's level 6 because she has just extra burst damage, so you have a bit of more kill potential. Right now she just has, I mean, you can basically only counter shutdown. I mean, the rest is just for a bit of extra of everything, but the shutdown is the stun is the thing that is most important here. Other than that, she just needs to get levels. In the meantime, Visage picks himself up a kill up on the Lina. Am I even gonna follow that? Well, I can actually say she died here. This is what the Visage, the Familiar picked up the kill, by the way. But Nyx Assassin helped out with that as well, as he is level 6 now, and he can also help out to get that control. And talking about control, we see the wards. I mean, already having this ward up, this is just pure aggression. This is Mushi having her overclock, having almost got his BKB ready. It is gonna be the Tinker that still dies here. I mean, that was not even a Vendetta used. Net almost dies there, but he's gonna be able to stay alive. He's actually not gonna be able to TP back because he doesn't have a TP, but he gets a cell from X. You know, friendly teammates do that for each other. But it is... You know, I said during the previous game that I was hoping that this game was gonna be a bit more even, but so far, not really looking the part. Not really looking the part at all. Orange is showing complete control, and they are showing once again why they are considered to be one of the top Malaysian teams. And I actually thought I could say that they were the top Malaysian teams, but MUFC actually dropped them down to the losers bracket, so I don't think I can say that at the moment. It's still, you know, it's still being a continuous battle, and I think Orange are looking still very good to try and go for that grand final still, even though it's, I mean, it's a best out of 1 loser bracket. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, and in case you're wondering what you're actually watching, it is the Natolic Pro League on the East. This is not the only English stream by this, by the way. There's the official stream, the Natolic TV. You can check that out as well. I mean, I'm casting now these games, but there are actually a lot more games. Not just for East, but also for West. All on the Natolic TV channel, so make sure you check that out as Tinker goes down once again. And this is going to be another tower going down. As they also have the RP up again. Blink Dagger is there. Tower will drop, and it is going to be... well, let's see if first Sparch is gonna go in here. They have the Sonic Wave, they don't have a BKB yet. It is gonna be Net that actually might die if he gets hit by the Sonic Wave. There goes an RP just on the Rubik though. Rubik will drop. BKB actually popped by Mushi. Needs to go in with that one, but can't really do it. Goes for tower instead, and you know, why not? Because what else can stop them?
is under attack.
What else can stop them? Not much. Blink Skewer doesn't get the Tinker, who just lands some marching machines to trying to force everything back. But they're not getting anything with it, and they just TP themselves out. Bit of harassment on the tower. Not really losing anything by making this play, and actually in the same time First Departure is not really gaining anything either. I mean, they don't get any free farm. And the thing is, like, normally I'd say something like, well, you know, this filling carry name here can still take the late game for First Departure, because as a caster you normally just try to make sure that there is hope for all teams until the very end, because otherwise it would be kind of a shame, right? There's always a chance and the fact is there is. In this stage though, there is not going to be a hard carry that's going to be making that big of a difference for First Departure. So they need to have it from the mistakes that Orange makes, and need to have it from that RP that Rubik might steal when he actually is level 6. And which he is right now. So he's going to be happy if he actually can steal that. But then again, you have to get that RP stolen, as Roshan is going to be taken down by Orange, by the way. You have to get everybody up there, because there has to be a Light Strike array, there has to be a Sonic Wave, you know, there has to be enough damage to take the heroes down, and you're still going to have to take down Mushi down afterwards, because worst case scenario, she has her BKB on when she gets RP'd. So she doesn't take damage from the Sonic Wave and the Light Strike array. But, you know, that's all wishful thinking in this case. First Departure first have to actually get that RP. And you know, the only way you can get an RP is if Magnus cast it first. And the downside is, when Magnus cast it, you have a chance that one of those heroes that I just mentioned is already dead. You, like I said, you kind of need to have all the damage that you can get. So you have to hope that Ohio is going to whiff his RP. I mean, the possibility is there, but, you know, it is basically not coming down to your own play anymore. Well, it is still, but you're also reliant on your enemy making making mistakes. Invisibility Room by the Magnus. He's going to look for a blind RP. He has got it up, and he is going to be getting it on 2 here. Boom! Shockwave going through. City of Love. Archin going down. The only one left alive here is going to be the Darkseer, who's going to be running for his life. I don't think he'll run very far, though. Well, he's going to get help to get a bit more further, but he will die in the process as well, as that is going to be more kills going the way of Orange. Oh, look at the trees covered in blood. Shame, shame. In the meantime, we have got Queen of Pain still farming towards her BKB, while Lobby is just sitting in the base. He can't really do anything, like he's still level 4. I kind of think he's looking AFK-ish, but I mean, I don't blame him for sitting in the base, because the thing is, he is level 4. And I don't say that to say like he should be getting out and get levels. No, he should be extra careful, because a level 4 Lina is gonna die very fast to a level 14 Luna. The GG is actually called. They are not gonna be able to do this anymore, and they realize that. And they call the GG, Lobby calls it first, the disconnects go off, and they take defeat. They lose this best set of 1 for the loser bracket finals. Well, loser bracket, not finals, this is actually round 2 only. The loser bracket game for the Natolic Pro League. And, well, they ended. They tap out. I don't blame them. The chance that Orange was making a mistake like that, and then having all those pieces in place to still get that, you know, that perfect situation going, was just super small and not going to be happening anymore. And Orange taking the win, so we are going to be moving on to the next round in the losers bracket. If you want to find out more about the Natolic Pro League, you can go to natolic-raidcall.com, or you can go to ghostgamers.net, where you can find more information, also the brackets, for example. So make sure you you check that out. And I'm sorry if you didn't win anything, but that is something that you could have done if you were in raid call number 2013. That is the raid call number of the Natolic Pro League, and you can go sit in there during the matches of the Natolic Pro League, and you can actually win yourself mice and headsets and mouse pads, etc. So next game for the East is gonna be on Sunday at 1 PM CEST time. Next game for the West is gonna be tonight at 1 AM. Not casted by me, by the way, but casted in English on Natolic TV, on Twitch TV. So make sure you don't miss that. And just sit yourself in the raid call if you want to win stuff, because there's a lot of stuff to be given out. Make sure you don't miss it, because actually I'm looking at stream numbers and I'm looking at the raid call numbers, and I'm thinking, wow, there is actually a pretty big chance to win these things, because not a lot of people are sitting in raid call, and it doesn't really cost you anything extra. So why not just sit yourself in raid call, right? So my name is Sheever. If you want to support me, you can do so by going to my website, where you can find, by the way, all the games of today, tomorrow, and all the archive of all the games that have happened, not just for me, but also for all the other casters, including all the VODs And you can, of course, follow me on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, all under the same name of SheeverGaming. Follow me on Twitch TV where you're watching right now, and if you really want to, you can also subscribe, of course, to my Twitch TV channel, and that actually does support me quite a bit. So, I'm gonna check if there's something else. I doubt it, though. There might be something else. I will keep you informed. Stick around anyways to find that out. Don't go anywhere. Even if only to watch commercials, which is already nice. So be right back, and otherwise have a good day.